Welcome to today's St. Anthony's classes. Today we are going to solve some questions in bending stresses. The first numerical which we are going to do is this: a circular beam of 120 millimeter diameter is simply supported over a span of 10 meter and carries a UDL of 1000 Newton per meter. Find the maximum bending stress produced. So first of all, let us draw the simply supported beam. And UDL is 1000 Newton per meter. Span of length is 10 meter. Since this is a circular beam, the section will be circular. And this will be the center of the circular section. So let us see what are things given here. In our question, it is given diameter D is given as 120 millimeter. Then length of the span is given as 10 meter. And other thing is given that UDL, uniformly distributed load of 1000 Newton per meter is given. We have to find the maximum bending moment. The formula for bending moment is M upon I is equal to sigma y. So the maximum bending moment sigma m max is M upon I into y. It means that we have to find what is M, what is I, and what is y. So first of all, let us find y. Here the length is given as diameter is given as 120, so it will be d by 2. That is 120 divided by 2. This means 60 millimeter is y. Then maximum bending moment we have to find out. The bending moment M is equal to W L square by 8. And if you want to go through the more details of theory, my video is there on complete theory of bending stresses, and the link is given in description. So please go through that if you want to understand more details regarding the bending stresses. W is 1000 Newton per meter, so 1000, and L is 10, so 10 meter square, and divided by 8. So this we are going to get 125 into 10 raised to 2 Newton meter we will get. And since the diameter is given in millimeter, we have to convert this into millimeter. So multiply with 10 raised to 5. So this will become 10 raised to 3. So this will become 10 raised to 5. So M is 125 into 10 raised to 5 Newton millimeter. Now we have to find the moment of inertia I here it is pi by 64 d raised to 4 pi by 64 d here it is 120. So 120 raised to 4. When you do the calculation, then we are going to get 1017 36040 10173600 of millimeter raised to 4. You will get it as the moment of inertia I. Now put this in our equation. So sigma will be is equal to m upon I into y. M here it is 125 into 10 raised to 5 and y is 60 divided by 10173600. So we are getting here answer as 73.68 Newton per millimeter square. So this is our maximum stress. Now let us draw the stress distribution also. We will draw the stress distribution diagram here. So above is sigma c. So we have here sigma c as 73.68 Newton per millimeter square, and this is sigma t, and that is 73.68 Newton per millimeter square. Now let us consider the second question. Second question is determine the maximum bending stress developed in a beam of rectangular cross section 50 millimeter into 150 millimeter when a bending moment of 600 Newton is applied about x axis. Then here given is B is given as 50 millimeter and small d is given, depth is given as 150 millimeter, and here bending moment is directly given, that is 600 directly given as 600 Newton meter, and this Newton meter let us convert into Newton millimeter. 600 into 10 raised to 3 Newton millimeter. Then let us find Ixx, moment of inertia about x axis. It is BD cube divided by 12, and this is 50 into 150 cube divided by 12. So this we are going to get 140,62500 millimeter raised to 4 we will get, and here y is equal to d by 2, that is 150 divided by 2, which is 75 millimeter. And let us find the equation now. The equation we are knowing. So sigma here will be is equal to m upon I into y, that is 600 into 10 raised to 3 multiplied by 75 is y divided by 140,62500. So we are getting the answer as 3.2 Newton per millimeter square. Now let us draw the distribution diagram. The section will be a rectangle and neutral axis is going through here. And this will be the stress distribution diagram. Here it will be sigma C, that is 3.2 Newton per millimeter square, and this is sigma T, that is also 3.2 Newton per millimeter square. Come to the question number 3. A cantilever is 2 meter long and is subjected to a UDL of 2 kilonewton per meter. The cross section of a cantilever is a T section with a flange of 80 millimeter into 10 millimeter and web of 10 millimeter into 120 millimeter, such that its total depth is 130 millimeter. The flange is at the top and the web is vertical. We have to find the maximum tensile as well as compressive stresses developed. See the section here, it is a T section. So let us draw the T section first. So this is a section of that given cantilever. Then we have to find out the y bar, then only we can locate the yt as well as yc, because this section is not a similar section. If it was a symmetrical section, the center, the neutral axis will have to pass through the center. Here it is not a symmetrical section, it is an unsymmetrical section. So we have to first find out the y bar. Let us find out the y bar from base. So y bar from base we are going to find out. See here the distances and all is given here. This is 10 millimeter and up to here it is 120. This is 80 and this also 10. It is given in question. And y bar, we know the equation to find the center of gravity, a1 y1 plus a2 y2 divided by a1 plus a2. So here a1 is 80 into 10. Then when we will move from here, it is 120 is there and the center of 10 is 5. 120 plus 5 is 125 divided by, so we have to take a2 also. A2 is 120 into 10 and the center of this section is 120 is total. So 120 divided by 2 is 60. Here it will be 80 into 10 plus 120 into 10. So we are going to get this as 86 millimeter. This is 86 millimeter. So from bottom, y bar from bottom, otherwise base is 86 millimeters. So from top it will be. So this one white bar from top is 130 minus 86, that is 44 millimeter. Now we can mark the neutral axis here. And we can draw the stress distribution diagram. We don't know what is the stress, that we have to find out. Then also we will keep it drawn the stress distribution diagram. So we have got this YT as, sorry, here this is a cantilever beam. So this will be YC. YC is equal to 86. YC is from here to here. And this is our YT, that we have found it as 44 millimeter. This is 86 millimeter. Now let us find the moment of inertia, that is I. Here see the structure is a T section. So for both the section we have to find out the moment of inertia. So here we have to apply the rule of parallel axis theorem, that is Ig plus AH square we have to apply. So here we are going to get the moment of inertia with the application of this formula plus I second section plus A2 H2 square. We can directly find out because we have already done all these things in our previous mechanics. We have already done. So Ig is 80 into, first Ig will be 10 raised to 3 divided by 12 plus A is 80 into 10. And H means 44 is here. So from this 44, this 44 is here. From 44, the half of 10 we have to minus. So this is the difference between YT and the center of that particular section. So that is 5. So here we will minus 5 raised to, and this is the first section. And next I make, this is the flange part, and the next will be the web part also we have to do. Web part 10 into 10 raised 120 is there, 120 cube divided by 12 plus 120 into 10 into 60 is there, the center of that web. So 86 minus 60, the whole square, it will come over here. So this we are getting as 347.4666 into 10 raised to 4 millimeter raised to 4. Now what else we have to find out? We have to find out the bending moment M. We have to find out bending moment M. Here you should know this equation WL square divided by 2 for the uniformly distributed load. For the case of a cantilever, this is the formula. Then 2 raised to 2. 2 is the W, L is the 2. So 2 into 2 raised to 2 divided by 2. So we are getting here as 4 kilonewton meter. This kilonewton meter, you have to convert it into Newton millimeter. So you have to kilonewton can convert by multiplying with 10 raised to 3, and meter can convert into millimeter by 10 raised to 3. So we will get here 4 into 10 raised to 6 Newton millimeter. Now we have the equation. It is sigma C divided by YC is equal to M upon I. Here first we want to find out the bending compressive stress. That's why I have wrote here instead of sigma, sigma C. So sigma C means the bending compressive stress. So sigma C will be equal to M upon I into YC. M we are knowing 4 into 10 raised to 6, and our YC is 86 divided by 347.4000 is our into 10 raised to 4 is our I. So we are going to get this as 99 Newton per millimeter square. Now the other equation to find out sigma T, this will become M by I into YT it will become. So M is 4 into 10 raised to 6. Here YT is 44 divided by 3474666 into 10 raised to 4. So here we are going to get it as 50.65 Newton per millimeter square. Now we will write these things in that stress distribution diagram. And this is the section, and this is stress distribution diagram. And here we have got it as sigma C is 3. Sorry, it is sigma. It is not sigma C, it is sigma T. Sigma T is 50.65 Newton millimeter square, and this is sigma C. So sigma C is 99 Newton per millimeter square. Hope you could understand this. If you could understand well, then please subscribe my channel and also like and share this video with your friends. Thank you for attending the